Hi everyone, it's Holly here with a look at your first alert weather forecast. We had a high of 114 in Phoenix today, well above the average of 107 for this time of the year. But we do have hotter temperatures ahead tomorrow with a 117 in Phoenix. This could break our previous record of 115. That's also 10 degrees above normal, and 114 on Tuesday. Those first alert weather days continue through Tuesday under this extreme heat warning for the low elevations of the Grand Canyon.
Said go drive it. So we're gonna go drive it. This is a conventional floor body drop. Oh, Jesus! Not a lot of head space. Definitely want a turbo. Just the sound of this thing is cool. It's been a minute because the last time I was over here filming was, what are we? We're middle of June. It's been about a month. So we are doing cab mounts. Well, they are doing cab mounts, and we're gonna get the cab set down on the chassis and see if we have to trim out any of the transmission tunnel. And then Panda's working on shock mounts too for the rear. And then we gotta do shock mounts for the front. But yeah, but let's get this cab down and see if we have to do any trimming. No joke hot here. Oh, what are you doing?
I'm going to vacuum it out so we can get the AC going. Is that cool?
Do you think you could put the truck in here and then you could work on it in here?
Yeah. No, we're good. I'm making filler panels for the front rails from the factory frame to the new front clip. Brandon made some stuff, so I'm going to try to bend this. I'm not really going to do these little wings. I'll do those separate, but I'll definitely bend that up. Got the press brake working. It's awesome. It's like a game changer. Carl.
Thanks,
man.
Carl.
Carl's the man. This is my guessometer because I'm guessing on the angle that I need. But when I put this on the thing, that's what I get. It's around 38 or so. We'll see. We'll see when it comes down to it. So now I got to guess on this. Oh, let's see. Let's go bottom limit. Bottom limit on point. I'm gonna try 0.7. I have a feeling it's gonna be way too much. Let's go bottom limit. Let's go 0.6. Let's go 5. So I honestly have no idea what it's gonna do. What angle I'm gonna get. Let's see what 0.6 gets do. Not there yet. Too far.
Perfect.
Okay.
So now you gotta put that one in sideways and bend it back.
No. We don't do that. No. No. I don't want to f anything up. I'm gonna go slam on it with a hammer. Almost. Oh, look at that. Money, bro.
So that's where that goes. It kind of takes where the new chassis and the existing chassis butted together. It does completes it, makes it strong, makes it aesthetically pleasing looking to the eyeball. Front body mounts are getting put on. The cab is about to get set down for the first time to see where we have to trim for the transmission. Okay. Oh. Oh, is that the door shutting?
Bring the cab forward. Oh, just kidding. I'm doing it. Right.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Got it.
It's gone. Oh.
I think the trans hump's hitting the transmission. Yeah, it is. You can see it.
Yeah. It's body dropped. It's laying body. Just got to cut a couple of things. Come back tomorrow.
Solid works. Cool. Well, that's not where it's gonna sit. So, so you blow a tire and your shock just eats the ground. No, it's not gonna be right there. It's not collapsed all the way.
So what are you trying to figure out?
The angle between the back of the bracket and the hole, because I gotta line up. Because whoever put these shock mounts right here didn't really think about like where the lower was gonna land. And so now I have to come back in and fix this problem. So instead of mounting off the axle, it's going to mount off the back of the 4-link bracket on one side, and the other side will wrap to the axle, still having room to pull the 4-link bolt out from the side. The problem is making this mount, but still being able to get this nut off of here. So we're going to build off the back side of the bracket. That way you can still get that nut off in between the 2 tabs for the shock mount.
So it's a stockish floor body drop.
Come to realize there's no such thing as a stock floor body drop.
Just a little nip and a little tuck. Look, even the stock jacks fits.
Yeah. Thought that was cool.
Yeah, that is cool. All right, they got the cab mounted, kind of mounted, pretty close. They're doing some trimming. Panda's working on the rear end, getting it all welded, then it goes back underneath, and then he's got to figure out placement for air management stuff. And yeah, so it's moving along really well. But I got to take off early, and I have a, because I have a video photo / shoot, and then I'm going to go home because it's hot. It's like 115. Okay. So I took off from Panda's, and they were just starting to trim the cab and stuff, as you could see. It's been about 5 days or so. I took off to SoCal, went to a car show, didn't film anything, and now I'm back at Panda's. And he sent me some pictures over the weekend, and they were busting butt on it. What are you doing?
I'm drawing your exhaust stuff, or Eric's exhaust stuff. Transmission cross member. That's the cradle that goes underneath the transmission mount. Those are little gussets that go in each corner. And then this is going to be the exhaust cross member part, and then it connects to that, to this thing.
Oh God. Tiny little gaps where he plated the frame, where the new frame comes with the existing frame, and then the top comes down. There's these little triangle gaps, and that's what he's trying to get to now. It's a little difficult. He said he wants to get the cab back down today because he's got a truck to move, so he's got to move the red truck forward, the brown truck forward, and that truck out of here. So we'll see.
I was holding the whole cab up. It was on top of the transmission, between the cab and the transmission. It was holding the whole cab up. Klein tools, built tough.
This will be the first time that it's actually moved from this spot since it got here. We're getting not to the very end of this project, but we're getting to towards the end. We're getting to the part where we need nuts, bolts, fittings, and this is a part that people tend to overlook sometimes when it comes to cost. So obviously your costs are like parts, you know, your compressors, your tank, your bags and all that, and then you have your other costs, which is labor, and then your consumables like metal and welding gas and stuff like that from the shop, which is all, you know, tied into labor pretty much. But then it comes to like the 4-link bolts and nuts and shock bolts and all the airbag fittings and fittings for the valve block and stuff like that. That can add up, so don't forget about that. And that's where we're going right now. Frontier Shop Supply here in the Phoenix area. They're actually, I think this is Mesa I'm getting off right now, but frontiershopsupplies.com. They sell bolts and nuts and fittings and all kinds of stuff, so check them out.
Yeah, so we got some more stuff cut, some more stuff trimmed. The center where the transmission came up through the floor, we ended up trimming some more for that. Got that cleared out. We fit up all 4 bolts for the cab. Those are through. And then we start trimming for the wheels in the front, which we're not done fully because we're gonna give them a little bit of space so you can drive a little bit low. We got the hardware from the back, Frontier. Hell yeah, Frontier.
FrontierShopSupplies.com.
Yeah, right. FrontierShopSupplies.com. Oh yeah, it looks like the brake booster is gonna be able to work still with the wheel clearance and everything. I think we'll have like a 1/4 inch when it's fully laid out. But the clutch, it's not gonna work sitting there. We're basically touching the bolts right there. That's just gonna be one of those things. I'm gonna having to cut a bunch of stuff and see where we can place it, and then I'll make mounts for that thing. But yeah, I think we're almost ready to put it on the ground. Won't go underneath the cab.
Yeah. That's a good feeling right there.
Yeah, it's a good tuck.
Yeah. So now the front clip has to come down. See the front of the frame.
Meanwhile.
Dually update.
Dually update. Got the exhaust tacked in. We got the firewall fully shaved and kind of painted temporarily. Suspension's on and finished. I'm waiting on some upper control arm hardware. Oh, I gotta mount the ride sensors, the airlift ride sensors for this too. And then sheet metal, putting it back together, sheet metal, everything.
The next morning.
Air conditioning issues. A 97 Tacoma with the 97 4Runner front core support. The 97 condenser, if anybody needs a new condenser, let me know. I thought it would just bolt right up. It didn't. So I ran up to the guy that I get parts from up the road, and I got all the bracketry for the 4Runner, because this had no bracketry on the new condenser, no bracketry on the core support. Nothing worked, so I ended up ordering a new condenser that had bracketry on it. For some reason that one didn't, and it still didn't work. So I ran up to the guy that I get parts from, and he gave me this dryer and all these hard lines. Well, apparently that's from a 98, and that 98 dryer and those 98 hard lines, well, the dryer I'm sure works, but the 98 hard line didn't line up to the 97 condenser. So I got a 98 condenser, and that's what's on here now. And everything's just zip tied in and laid out. So we're going to get loaded up and head over to Tanner's and see if we can get that going. We got some other stuff that we're going to do. And yeah, it's just going to be kind of a mini truck weekend over there. Stupid mini trucks.
Yeah. Fat guy in a little truck.
This is why we're at Tanner's. For
I'm cool.
For cool, literally, the garage is cool, and he knows how to do more of this stuff than I do.
I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
Oh, so you just wanted just brute force.
Yeah, gotta beat it in submission. Just metal.
There's certain things I just feel like I'm gonna break when I do it.
It's fine. If I break it, Brian just buys new ones.
Yeah. I mean, if I break it, I gotta buy new ones too, but.
Oh.
I got the dash out. Put the center vent in. You think that's all we need?
Cause I ain't riding this thing.
Oh, now you don't want to ride in it?
No. I don't want to ride in your truck. You know why? Because I don't like riding on trailers.
Tanner's making fun of me because I trailered this over here.
Yeah.
It's 100 degrees outside. The
And
axle's
you're 100 pounds overweight.
The axle's leaking because Tanner messed it up last time he was here. You like these mounts right here? You cut my mounts off.
Speed mounts, dude. Those are lightweight speed mounts. So I'm using the lightweight speed wrenches on your...
Two of them?
Two of them. Cancel each other out. Take this back out. Brian installed wrong.
Now you're blaming me?
Well, you blame Panda.
That's true.
So, it's never my fault. I'm thinking you got something screwed up. Yeah, we need to do one of these lines. See how that has all of the threads from this in there off the old one?
Yeah. Tanner stripped out the nut.
Yeah!
And then where's the other one? We haven't bought another one. Oh. Tanner stripped both of these out.
Did you catch that?
I don't know if I got it or not. It happened so fast.
Oh, there.
So explain what you're doing.
Oh, I'm going to cut that off, and I cut that off.
And then you put them together.
Yeah, and I'll stick it together. I got some tape. Hold on. I took these out of a C10 Vinagere pack, so you're going to have to buy that Vinagere kit. Like, subscribe,
Yeah.
buy merch!
Go on the website. Every time I come to this garage, way more money than I want to spend.
At least I have air conditioning.
That's why it's worth it.
Background.
Cut the end off of that. Put one of those on there.
Then glued it.
And then glued it. Metal glue. Also, we went to the junkyard and got another one, and that one didn't thread in either. So this is a dealer-only item, and the dealers don't have it apparently. And to order it, they want $1 million to ship this, and it wouldn't be here till next week. So
Yeah. Great success. See if it's leaking up there. My name's Brian, and I'm gonna have air conditioning. You know which way's hot and cold?
Cold. It's blowing cold. It is blowing cold.
Whoop, there it is.
Currently troubleshooting the trouble.
Let me check the Custom Life vlog here, see if they talk about it.
No, Frank's smart. He's buying a truck that works right off the bat.
What an idiot.
What an idiot.
I know what I'm doing. Let's take this. You gotta watch how these things get out of control sometimes. I don't think that's gonna work anymore. You don't need that.
Just say because I'm leaving. I'm loading up on the trailer.
Oh, you're leaving?
I don't know, am I?
What?
What?
What are you doing?
We're gonna take a picture.
For what? Tell us what happened here.
I sold my truck for $140,000.
AC works in this too.
Tanner's giving me crap because I trailered it here, but I could have drove it. But the Titan has AC, and I didn't know if it was going to stay the night here or not. So, whatever, Tanner. Back at home. So right now it's only coming out of the center vents. When we go to run like the final install of this dash, you know, I don't know if it's going to be painted or wrapped. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen, but we will run some vents to these sides. But for now, this will work. I'm going to a car show this weekend, the Art of Noise 4th of July show, and it's going to be hot, and it's going to be nice to cruise with that. The other thing that we did that I really didn't explain when Tanner destroyed my speaker there, the fuse box was always mounted there since the time Tanner worked on it the first time. But now we cut the legs off, made some more room so the glove box door opens and they're super accessible. So now we're going to go back to Panda's this week, work on the red truck some more, and we're winding down on that thing. And then I'm going to take the Tacoma over there. Once he's done with that 84 to 88 in the shop, I'm going to take the Tacoma over there and we're going to pop the bed off and do some work on that. So we're getting down to the nitty gritty on the Tacoma too, as far as like getting it ready for paint and all that stuff. I was rushing to get it in paint for the Forbidden Show and just realized that wasn't ready yet. So yeah, that's it. I also got a video on another truck that we got, and I'll break that all down next time. Should be about a week or 2 weeks before that's out, because I'm taking off to the East Coast to pick up a new thing and do some things and go to a show, and so I'll be back. But in the meantime, if you want to order things on the website, it helps me out. There's a ton of banners on there, shirts on there, hats on there, blah, 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 blah. So go check it out. Tell your friends. Buy them gifts. Thanks.